Hey there, Big Brother fans. Guess what? Cameron has been plotting another Blindside, but I wonder if this one is going to come and bite him back. So this week on the live feeds, we saw some hot stuff that might or might not make it onto the televised episode. HOH Cameron decided to nominate Felicia and Mecole, with Miss Felicia being his true target, or so Cam said. Just as Cameron plotted in his past two head of household reigns, he's always got something up his sleeve that he's not being fully transparent about. In this case, Cam's got a new Blindside target, and he spent part of Saturday and all of Sunday until the wee hours of Monday morning trying to sell it to his allies. Guess who he is after? Hey, if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Big Brother updates. So the target of his backdoor was Corey. And just as the little guy was working so hard on his baby mustache, Cameron was thinking about throwing him onto the chopping block. If you are not keeping up with the live feeds with us here, you may or may not know that Cameron also won the Power of Veto comp over the weekend. So the POV ceremony is Monday. We'll have results for you here soon. And of course, coming on Tuesday's special episode, because they're changing the whole schedule, we should see the HOH comp and the noms and then the house talk. So the big question, why is Cam looking at Corey? Well, the rumor is that Cameron's hot for America Lopez and wants Corey out of the way. He is reportedly separated from his wife. I think he mentioned it in one of his opening night packages. So the POV ceremony is today, and we're going to find out if he is going to stick with this backdoor plan or if he is going to leave things the same and not rock the boat. So he had discussed using the power of veto to save Felicia and then renomming Corey. In particular, Cameron was working to convince his fugitive allies, Matt and Jag. And Cam swore to them he would not use the veto and would not do this backdoor deal against Corey unless he had the buy-in of both of them. Initially, Matt was willing to go for it, although he didn't love it. Jag, however, did not seem interested at all. Truth be told, he's thinking about things that Matt and Cameron do not seem to be pondering, including the disparity of the sexes left in the house if they send Corey packing this week. It would leave just three guys, Cameron, Matt, and Jag, facing off against Blue, America, Siri, Felicia, Mecole, and Bowie. Those are 2-to-1 odds if you're doing the math, and if a ladies' alliance could ever work, this could stack the deck to make it happen. Of course, Blue is thrilled at the idea of having Corey gone. In fact, she went to Cameron to openly advocate for him to backdoor Corey, separate from the conversations Cameron had with Matt and Jag, and then she was also talking to all of them. So the other two discussed that if Corey goes now, then Cam would probably need to go next week. Those were conversations Matt and Jag were having when Cam wasn't around. So the problem to me is fourfold if Corey decides to go ahead and pull this backdoor move, even though he told his allies he would not. But we do know he can be a wild card who certainly might go rogue in the moment if he feels like it. The four issues are, number one, Cameron would be betraying the only two real allies he has in the house, Jag and Matt, if he lied to them and backdoors Corey anyway. Number two, as Jag pointed out, it'd make the male to female ratio an issue if the ladies aligned against them. Number three, Felicia swore to him she wouldn't be a bitter juror, but after the nominations came down, she was kind of raging behind his back in the house, and she tried to get him again to consider taking her off the block with a veto, saying, I'll be happy to go home after I get zinged by Zingbot. But she will definitely be an angry juror at this point. She is hot, and just every time his name comes up, she's mad. She's already shown her distaste, and if he doesn't go ahead and send her out of the house, she's going to come after him in the house and in jury. Number four, America would be furious if Cam sent Corey out. So if Cameron does have a crush on her, this is problematic. And Also, if Cam swings and misses and Corey doesn't go home, there will be heck to pay. All in all, the week started with Felicia being kind of a weak target for Cameron, but if he changes things at this point, he's not going to win any brownie points with anybody except for Blue. So then he has decided to use this backdoor discussion in his favor. Very interesting. He decided to zig instead of zagging, and Cameron is throwing up a human meat shield in the form of Blue because he knows the house could be gunning for him next week. In a very ballsy move, Cameron called Corey up to his HOH room on Monday morning, a few hours, like an hour or so, a couple of hours before the veto meeting, and Cameron told Corey that Blue has been pushing to backdoor him. And then Cameron reminded him that there's 5 of them together, like making them all sound like allies, Corey, America, Jag, Matt, Cameron, and said that they can go after Blue because she's coming after him. Basically, he's trying to distract from anybody going after him and trying to aim Corey and America and others at Blue. Corey, of course, when he found out, was a little upset that Matt and Jag knew about Blue wanting him out and didn't tell him. So I'm very interested to see if Matt and Jag might give Corey a hint that Blue wasn't the only one talking about backdooring him. This is going to get messy, y'all. It's going to be good. We will have a veto meeting update for you soon. Come back here for more Big Brother news, and definitely click subscribe if you haven't, and click a like if you enjoyed this. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.